That's right, folks. Tonight, I will be conducting a one-on-one interview with Vixie herself. 15 years after she was proven guilty, how is she holding up in prison? Who is she now? All of these questions and more shall be answered for you in the main article of the next edition of Fort Luthero Female. Stay tuned. I'm Charlie Storm, and you're watching FLTV.
Really grinds my gears that he keeps talking about this interview. Although, this could be great for us to get a leg up into who's behind this new string of killings. Think about it. If he publishes an article about how Vixie is this whole other person who's changed for the better, it could really piss him off. This person is wanting someone to see him, wanting someone to hear them. We just need to keep everyone close when that article gets published. And if we're lucky, that's when the killer will strike next.
Hello, Detective. It's Laura from before. Listen, I just thought of something about the investigation that I'm hoping will help you. I can't figure it out myself. Can I meet you at the diner in half hour? Thank you. See you then.
Laura's got something for us. That's great. You go, and I'll stay here and keep watching this video. I can see what Charlie means when he says there's something off about these bodies. I'm getting a strange feeling also. You go on ahead. I'll catch up with you.
Oh, sorry about that, Detective. I was in such a rush, I didn't see you there. Is Mayfair in today? Great. Maybe I can ask you before, though. Should I be worried about this interview that Charlie's doing with Vixie? I know it's been 15 years, but 3 of my friends ended up dead in a matter of hours, and that's insane to me. I can't help but feel like I'm next, and this article is only going to stir the pot. Are you or the sergeant at least going with him to see that crazy thing? She's a menace. Even all these years behind bars, she's still probably a menace. Charlie's making a giant mistake calling her innocent. Anyway, I see the sergeant's inside, so I'll catch you later. Remember what I said. There's no way that girl is innocent.
Thanks for meeting me here, Detective. I know you're busy with the case, so I won't take too much of your time. While I was at the Renento's party, they gave me a box of old mementos that Bruce had in his room after they cleaned it out. When I was going through it, I found this letter. It's a love confession written to Bruce. And it's not mine. I looked through the yearbooks to see if any of the handwriting matched, but I didn't find anything. I don't know if it is much help to you, but it's definitely not Vixie's either. This note was written by someone who was really determined to be with Bruce. It even mentions how they stop at nothing to be together, and that not even me being in the picture would be a problem. I don't know if it'll help, but I had this nagging feeling I should give it to you. Thanks so much for seeing me. And if you're going to see Vixie with Charlie, tell her I'm sorry about everything. Have a good day, Detective.
Hello again, Detective. I noticed you were talking to Laura just now and I didn't want to interrupt, but I can't help but wonder if you are in fact going with Charlie to see Vixie. I know she's probably excited that someone is coming to see her. People think she's a monster. They may have thought it so much that it's become true. And none of us around here are strong enough to take the first step. I'm glad someone finally is. Well, have a good day, Detective.
Charlie was right. There's something on this tape you have to see. Take a look at the right arm of each of the players. He zooms in right there. Each of them had a tattoo in honor of Bruce on their right arms just below the shoulder. The team all got him when they were old enough. It's the only parts of the three bodies still unaccounted for. Whoever killed these three definitely didn't like the idea of sharing Bruce. This proves it. These cases are directly related. Laura had a love letter to give you. An anonymous lover, huh? Sounds like whoever wrote this letter may in fact be our killer.
Mayfair, my phone's been ringing off the hook about this jailhouse interview Charlie's doing. People are asking why he's telling people she's innocent.
He never said she was innocent. He's just looking for a story. And this is the hot story. It's to be expected that he was going to swoop in at any moment.
Swoop or not, the mayor wants the detective to join Charlie in the interview. She asked for you specifically. Tonight you'll head to Fort Luthero Female Penitentiary and meet Charlie and Sadie there. Sadie will let you know what to do. Keep your wits about you, detective. No one has ever seen or spoken to this woman in 15 years. Who knows what kind of crazy is waiting around the corner. Tomorrow I want a full report, first thing. I don't care if it involved when she scratched her nose. I want to know as much as we can to get a leg up. The sergeant and I will be monitoring the other suspects for activity. We'll contact you if anything happens. Now get back to work, the both of you.
Yes, sir. Well, there it is. You'll get to meet the talk of the town herself tonight. As much as I want to give you the same advice the chief just gave, I will say keep an eye on Charlie. Listen to what he asks and how he asks it. Something's off about him, and this may be our chance to find out a little more about him as a journalist.
Welcome to Fort Luthero Female Penitentiary, you two. Right this way. We'll get you checked in, and I'll take you straight back to her. First things first, empty your pockets into these containers and arms at your side.
Oh, come on, Sadie. I promise, no recording devices.
Shockingly, my boss doesn't really trust the media or anyone affiliated, and neither do I. Now, arms at your side. They're clean. Go ahead through these scanners and walk straight to that window over there. They give you the ID badges and I'll walk you back.
Isn't it cool that the mayor is even keeping a close eye on you? My boss is telling me that the story may even go national. Isn't that crazy?
Alright, you two, let's go. She's waiting for you. A2693, you've got visitors.
Good evening, you two. How nice of you to stop by. And on time as well. I like punctuality.
Is it okay if we call you Vixie?
Of course. It's my name, after all. Just like I can call you Charlie Storm. Or would you prefer your birth name, Alex Andringo? Born August 4th, 1978, on the side of the road on the way to the hospital. At age 8, you stepped onto your first news studio and fell in love with the limelight, eventually going on to create the middle school's first broadcast program, where you would anchor and help guide others down the same path. On January 14, 2004, you joined the Fort Luthero news team because of your national success with breaking the story of Bruce Farinto's murder, because you discovered the body. They loved the story so much, they hired you right away to cover the most important part of the investigation, my sentencing. At age 26, you became the youngest anchor in Fort Luthero history, and 15 years later, you're still on the air. So would you prefer Charlie or Alex?
Charlie is fine. Vixie, how has it been watching this new investigation unfold?
I'm honestly still reeling from the notion that there's 2 visitors at my cell today. This must be the detective that's been brought in to help that incompetent staff over at the FLPD. Clearly, they need all the help they can get.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the FLPD? Or the citizens of Fort Luthero?
I do have something I want to say to you, Detective. Welcome to Fort Luthero. I hope you've been enjoying yourself in town. The locals are incredibly friendly, aren't they? Not a lot of people in here either, so you know it's a pretty safe town. Did you know that I was the first resident in this cell? They built it just for me.
Can you tell us more about your day-to-day in this cell?
Well, after my morning bath in rose petals and lavender essential oils, I like to take a stroll through the garden.
That's enough. Answer his question.
Don't you feel any remorse for what you did? Do you feel anything?
I guess you can say that after 15 years, I've learned to find ways to smile. You can tell your readers that. I know they'll love it. After all these years working as an anchor, aren't you bored? Reading the same headlines night after night? I can only imagine how hard it is to stay current this day and age, especially at your age.
I said that's enough.
After 15 years, they're reopening your case to be examined. How do you feel about the idea that you could be set free?
Do you think that girl can have a normal life? Would you trust her? Enough to find out exactly where the biggest X on the map is?
You know something about this case?
One might say that I could write an epic thriller about all this.
Are you helping the killer? Did you have any contact with them?
Love is a fickle thing. Especially adolescent love. They say the first heartbreak can be devastating. Some can even be driven to dangerous things, such as collecting treasured items from someone once loved and now lost. Feeling anger towards the people that would come between them, and stopping at nothing to be together, even as life goes on. Especially if that obstacle were still alive, while the other was buried.
What are you talking about?
I gave all of you my clear answer 15 years ago. Welcome to Fort Luthero, Detective. I hope that you can visit me again soon. I did so enjoy meeting you. But, as you're about to find out, there's somebody who desperately needs your help.
Yeah, we've got movement. Meet us at the rendezvous.